the absolute desperation to defame me and to tarnish my name for the simple fact that I won't be apologizing for saying Christ is King. Christ is King, my friends. We're saying Merry Christmas again, and we're saying Christ is King, okay?
The Candace Owens versus Daily Wire beef is just starting to heat up. Candace Owens just went live on Twitter right before the recording of this video. It just ended, and she revealed and exposed a ton of things that's happening at the Daily Wire, especially with Ben Shapiro. We've seen some leaks, we've seen some reports recently of Ben Shapiro being accused of paying certain companies, certain publications to write hit pieces on people such as Tucker Carlson, such as Candace Owens, and the rest of his adversaries. I don't want to even say political adversaries because they're supposed to be on the same side, but I guess now it is a political adversary. Candace Owens is. That's kind of why she was fired in the first place. But let's get right into this live stream from Candace Owens, who was just absolutely obliterating the Daily Wire and all of her detractors. But especially, she didn't say his name because obviously for legal reasons, she doesn't want to do that. But I'll say it for her because it just corroborates with the other evidence that we have that Ben Shapiro is paying people to write hit pieces on Candace Owens and on Tucker Carlson and the rest of his adversaries. Let's check this out.
Live on X, rather, in such a long time.
This is shocking. Oh my goodness. Hey Veracity, welcome back to the channel. It's a girl Vermo, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today I'll be reacting to Justin Reloaded, and this is Candace Owens goes SCORCHED on Ben Shapiro in insane live stream. The truth is out. This is actually shocking to me. Oh my gosh. Can't wait to get into the video. But before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you're new to the channel, I am Vera. I do reaction videos. If it is something that you love, why not join Veracity? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that, guys, let's go.
That you obviously have to know that this is something that is really upsetting me for me to be able to jump on here. I think I have, when I say tried to take the high road over the last couple of months to the point that it has given me a nosebleed, I am.
Okay, yeah, she said something about Christ is King. They fired her because she said Christ is King. Like, I'm trying to understand. It's crazy. I'm shocked because, you know, I react to Ben Shapiro a lot, and I also like Ben Shapiro. But now, why would Ben Shapiro? Gosh, let's go on.
I have like nothing left here, and there is so much that I would like to say, and there is so much that I am fighting for my right to say. But today, I just feel like we crossed into another territory. Everyone can see what's happening. Everyone can at first see the public attacks on me over my, I shouldn't even say it's a belief, just the truth that Christ is King, and something that I will never stop saying as a Christian, nothing that I will apologize for. But these attacks against me and my character have not stopped. And I think partially it's being driven by the fact that they have not been successful. It has not. There's obviously a very real attempt to smear and to libel me out of existence, to make.
Which, by the way, real quick statement on the Christ is King thing. There's no difference between Candace Owens saying Christ is King and any other religion on the earth claiming that their religion is the correct one, which if you're practicing in a religion, it's assumed that you believe that that is the correct one. So I don't understand why Candace Owens is getting canceled for saying Christ is King when every other religion is doing the same thing by practicing their religion. But realize nobody cares when any other religion does it. It's only Christianity that really gets all this flack. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, Christians are such victims in the world. I'm saying if something's being attacked, whenever it's said like that, when Christ is King is being attacked so much, and every time you see someone trying to be edgy, like a rapper wants to be edgy or something, you saw Ice Spice at the Super Bowl wearing an upside down cross, like it's always Christianity that's being attacked. That's saying something. You know, that's just saying something. When Christ is King is causing that much outrage, that there's something to that.
My audience not want to follow me anymore, and there is an entire network working behind the scenes to make that happen. But a couple of days ago,
why would she be cancelled because she said Christ is King? I'm a Christian, and yes, Christ is definitely King. Christ is King. When Muslims talk about their religion, nobody goes after them. But if it's a Christian, they'll come after you. Why is that? Makes absolutely no sense.
Though my PR person received a tip from someone that a Daily Mail journalist who I had never heard of was asking weird questions about me, like basically working on a hit piece. Now, I want to be clear here. I do not at all blame the journalist. I don't blame the Daily Mail. I read the Daily Mail. I used to write op-eds for the Daily Mail. So I am not saying this as like, I'm here just a Daily Mail. I understand that when somebody is leaking stories and claiming to have an inside track or some inside knowledge about someone, it is tempting for a journalist to get involved. But to this level, I've just never seen anything just more fictitious and made up. And someone that is going to publish something or thinks that they have a story here when everything that they have learned has been wrong. So I'm going to read you the email that I received from this Daily Mail reporter, because we were like, what is this about? Like, actually, could you possibly be writing about that hasn't already been written about me leaving the Daily Wire? Well, here's what.
And by the way, the stories that are being air quotes leaked about Candace Owens to these publications such as the Daily Mail and the others who have written hit pieces against Candace Owens, guys, it's not an accident. You know, it's not, at this point, it's not a coincidence. Candace Owens is strongly implying, she just said that there's a whole, what did she say? She didn't say publication, media company, media corporation, whatever she said, working behind the scenes to get these things to happen, you know, to get her fans to leave her and not follow her to her new shows and stuff like that. She's implying it. We've had so many reports from reputable sources that the Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro are doing this, not just to Candace Owens, but also Tucker Carlson and the rest of the people who oppose the Daily Wire. It's at this point, we basically know that it's happening, but Candace can't say it for legal reasons.
What they wrote. I am currently writing a story focused on how Candace Owens came to leave the Daily Wire. Oh, okay. I wonder what or who is behind the story. Any response, either in an official statement or from sources close to Candace on the following information would be greatly appreciated. We have heard from multiple sources that Candace's dismissal from the Daily Wire was in large part, quote unquote, financial. That her show just wasn't making the company enough money to justify continuing her employment. It is also claimed that she, quote unquote, blamed producers for her show's failures and that she refused to work with certain advertisers. We have also heard that senior management felt they had a moral...
You know, I wouldn't completely doubt that it could have been partly a financial decision, if you know what I mean. Like, I bet a lot of the people who she was offending, a lot of the people, you know, that probably fund the Daily Wire are not liking what Candace Owens was saying. They didn't like the line of questioning that Candace Owens was going down. So it might have been partly financial, but I also think it was an emotional decision by Ben Shapiro as well, because that's just one place where you can't go. Like, that's just one thing that he just will not allow you to question it. You just can't go down that line of questioning. You can't. Or else, you know, you're going to be fired, obviously, like Candace Owens was.
Obligation to terminate Candace's employment due to what has been described as her increased anti-Semitism and her conspiracy theories. Others have said that Candace was mean to and mistreated the junior staff members at the Daily Wire, including, ready guys, makeup artists and interns. One source described a scene in which Candace allegedly threw a canned drink at someone. Okay. I am just...
Which, like, if you're throwing a canned drink at someone, I mean, that's like grounds for an actual, like, assault, you know? If the drink is full, that can do some real brain damage. That's like, you know, if you throw it hard enough, it's kind of like getting, like, I've been hitting the head with a baseball, you know? It's very similar. If Candace has an arm on her, that's dangerous. You could die from that. You know,
this is sending me. I'm now throwing canned drinks at employees, mean to junior employees, yelling at the makeup artists. Separately, what would Candace say to claims that she has been homophobic and anti-Semitic, particularly on her social media, and that she has peddled conspiracy theories? So here is what is clearly happening. The attacks on me over me not backing down on being a Christian are failing. So now we're just moving to full-on character mischaracterizations. I have worked in politics for now 8 years. If you think that if there is a single person that wishes to come forward and to say that I mistreated them, I welcome you to do it. I am the exact opposite human being. This is the most absurd thing.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
That I've ever read in my entire life. The idea that I threw a can.
So So now they are lying against Candace. They just want her out of the picture. They want her out of the picture. So now they're lying against her that she is throwing cans at people. She's this, she's that. Just because you guys want her out. I'm so disappointed at Daily Wire. The fact that I always watch Daily Wire, I always react to them. Even Ben Shapiro, I am highly disappointed. Highly disappointed.
To drink at someone, and it was fine, and it just flew. Like, that employee didn't have a lawsuit that they could have, like, it is literally just invented in someone's head as part of a character attack on me. Now, I will tell you this, I am unbelievably close to my team at the Daily Wire. I am still close with my team at the Daily Wire. I still speak to my team at the Daily Wire. In fact, this past weekend, I was at the wedding of the most junior person at the Daily Wire, this young girl named Markella, who I absolutely love to work with every day. The makeup artist left the Daily Wire with me and is still working with me. Her name is Evelyn. My producer, my executive producer, I had the same one for the entire time that I was at Daily Wire. She is on maternity leave. And when I just called her and told her this, she was like, nobody contacted me for this story, and I am your executive producer. Like, who is planting the story, right? So I am not going to speculate, because I don't need to speculate.
Because we all know. I cannot wait for Candace Owens to actually come back and have a show again. Because, you know, as she'll tease at the end of this, I really think she's just going to expose everything. You know, hopefully if she's legally allowed to, and she's not, you know, I don't know what kind of, like, what her contract situation looks like in terms of that. I'm sure there's some reason why she can't just come out and say who she knows it is that's planting these stories. But I just can't wait. I can't wait till she goes like full scorched earth. Like, it's already getting there, but I think it's going to get a lot worse.
I think everybody can see clearly what is happening.
At this point, I really feel sorry for her. I feel sorry that she have to go through this. It is so unfair. It's so unfair. Why would anyone want to do this to her? Lying against her, you're hurting her. What did she do to deserve this? So uncalled for. It's sad. It's really sad. Honestly, I can't wait for her to be back.
Here, everybody knows what is going on here, and we're getting to the point where this is just torturous interference. This is basically like, I want to make it so that nobody will work with you, and since I know that Candace is a really hard worker, and I know that people actually love her and that her entire team loves her, we're going to pretend it's the opposite so that other people who might want to work with her go, maybe not. She's like throwing canned drinks at people. She just gets angry at makeup artists and just like throws a soda pop. She's just like, take this Coca-Cola. I don't like the way my lashes are done today. That is the actual phase that we are at now, in the absolute desperation to defame me and to tarnish my name, for the simple fact that I won't be apologizing for saying Christ is King. Christ is King, my friends. We're saying Merry Christmas again, and we're saying Christ is King, okay? So go on. Write the article. I responded fully and gave them proof and contacts of every.
And once again, when it comes to the Christ is King thing, when it comes to the Merry Christmas thing, nobody has a problem, or any other religion, whenever they say the actual name of their holidays, of their holy days. You know, nobody has a problem. Any other religion when they claim that their Messiah, their God, is the true God. Nobody has a problem. But I guarantee, and Christians, I think it's because Christians have been too nice for too long, too accepting of everybody else for too long. And now whenever someone's actually like, no, like, I believe what I believe, and that's just, it is what it is. You know, I have, you know, I feel like I believe the true thing just like you do, and I am entitled to saying that my God is God. My God is King. Like, why is that anti-Semitic or whatever whenever I say it? But it's fine whenever you say it. And then because Christians have been so nice and so accepting for so long, now it's like they're looked at as so evil for just saying, yeah, this is what I believe. So what?
Every single person on my team that they could speak to directly. Shockingly, they didn't contact not only my producer, my associate producer, the junior associate. Nobody that actually worked on my day-to-day team for 3 years was contacted. So who's leaking this? What do you guys think? Who do you guys think is leaking this story, suggesting that I would ever mistreat an employee ever? It's not in my DNA, okay? You guys know I'm my granddad's girl. Like, my grandfather was a janitor that swept floors. The idea, the concept of me treating someone badly that is an employee, I would rather die into myself than treat somebody badly. I am the exact, I have the opposite problem. I'm actually too nice sometimes. It's not easy for me, even when people, you know, should be reprimanded. I usually pawn that task off to my husband because I don't like to do it. It makes me uncomfortable. I want people to be happy. It's why nobody ever leaves me. This is why the people that work with me have worked with me for years, like actual years, from my creative director to my assistant, who's not my manager. People stick around because I treat them well. And I take a lot of pride in that. So the worst part of this hit piece to me, forget the part about saying I'm anti-Semitic, racist, homophobic. That's just like it's 2024. You got to catch them all. You're being called that every week. But to suggest that I would ever treat people badly, I'm not going to stand for that. I'm literally just not going to stand for that. So that's it. Christ is Lord. And I just wanted to update you guys on that. And like I said, I am fighting for my voice. And when my show comes back in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna breathe some fire like a dragon, because to me, it's just time. And I, again, have tried to be so calm and take the high road and allow everybody to be speaking about me and speaking about my life for months. But this is just a bridge too far. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I agree. And I've been saying this, you know, ever since we got the initial reports, the initial leaks that Ben Shapiro was doing this. Seems in character to me. Doesn't seem like that's super out of character for Ben. So I didn't, you know, obviously I wasn't saying, oh yeah, this is 100% true the first time we heard it. But now that Candace is also implying it, I mean, you know, I feel like she would know better than basically anyone out there. So I'm pretty sure Ben Shapiro is now, you know, I am now pretty sure, I should say, that Ben Shapiro is planting, you know, leaking false information to these publications and paying for hit pieces on Candace Owens and on Tucker Carlson and the rest of them. Once again, can't wait for Candace Owens to start her show back up and really go scorched earth on these people. But this was awesome to see her, you know, defend herself a little bit. Can't wait to see what happens in the future. I really don't like what the Daily Wire is doing. I feel like they're very, very dishonest. They say one thing and they do completely, you know, the complete opposite over and over again. And I think they're causing more harm than good in the movement. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this live stream from Candace Owens. Do you think that Ben Shapiro is planting this stuff? Do you think he's paying for those hit pieces? Let me know what you're thinking about this whole Candace Owens versus the Daily Wire situation.
This is just crazy. I feel so bad for Candace. I feel so sorry that she had to go through all of this. She doesn't even deserve this. Like, why would they take Daily Wire away from her just because she said Christ is King? But Ben Shapiro is free to say whatever he wants to say. The Daily Wire, they are just on a war against Candace. The Daily Wire is dead to me. And Christ would always be king. I can't wait for Candace's return, honestly. And she needs to sue them for making up those stories against her. They just want to tarnish her image. All for what? Honestly, guys, this is insane. What are your thoughts on this? I'd love to hear your comments. Drop your comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up and please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, join Veracity. Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's, guys, I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.